What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Trinity Wolf, and welcome back to another amazing Yu-Gi-Oh! Day episode. For those of you who are new to the channel, please help us reach our goal before the end of the year to get us to the 1,000 subscribers. Destroy that subscribe button, and you can get us there to 1K, where I can release my special playmat for the first 1,000 subscribers. Can't wait to show you guys. The art for it's done. But I can't show you guys until we get to 1,000. So anyway, on to round one. Heroes versus tier elements, of course. I go first. I started with, my camera angle is not the greatest on my side, but I started with Fusion Destiny doing dominance. I got to look at my opponent's top 5. And of course, you know, they're playing tier elements. So being able to do a million things during my turn. So, I need to practice against this deck more because paying attention to like all the things they do ended up making me misplay, because as you can see, I used my Shadow Mist to search for Liquid Soldier, and then, you know, I'm continuing to do my hero plays here, and I ended up forgetting I already used my Shadow Mist to search for Liquid Soldier, and then I couldn't get my mass change. I was locked under Dark, so I couldn't end shuffle into anything, so I played it very, very bad, and then my dominance got shuffled back into the deck. There was just absolutely nothing I could do this turn one. I got absolutely rocked. We had a Plasma, so I thought this was going to help control the game, but unfortunately my board just gets literally super polyed. And it was just pretty much unfortunate because I just played that terribly wrong, and he had to have drawn it because I don't think it was face down on the field. But that's pretty much just going to be it. I had a draw with face down, but I only had the one card to send, so it was not going to be enough to protect myself. But yeah, I just played that game one very, very wrong. So if I would have played it better, I probably would have ended up winning that. So anyway, we go first again. But this time we have Floodgate, well, not Floodgates, but we sided. But yeah, even though it was only last night, I actually could not remember what I side decked. But I don't even think it was, I think it was Rivalry of the Warlords. I think that's what I had. We used Pot of Prosperity, but I couldn't remember what we discarded it because the Liquid Soldier, of course, we can't use it. So yeah, there goes the Rivalry. So he's locked into Dragons, essentially. Pretty much this was gonna win me this game too. It's just being able to just keep, yeah, so he swings into my Bionic Dark Law. And then, you know, the Dark Law getting the 400 boost pretty much just keeps him alive from the Magma. I think that's the one. But yeah, pretty much Dark Law and Rivalry was just gonna just help me control this. But he did swing anyway, just so he could get his dragon off the board. We used Dark Law to rip a card out of his hand. I was almost tempted to chain. Well, no, it wouldn't have worked that way, but if he was gonna add again, I almost felt like chaining my mass change to make another Dark Law. But oh yeah, someone was moving the camera for me, as you can see, because I was playing, so I didn't do it. We actually mass changed our Ab-Zero into Acid to just wipe the board completely, since everything will be banished. We kind of just control the board with that. He adds the field spell, and then, you know, of course I used Dark Law's effect to rip a card out. I think it was one of the tier element monsters, but it was just pretty much the Dark Law and was just too much. But see, if I would have just played better that game one, I probably wouldn't have lost so bad this, because I did lose round one, so it's very unfortunate, but mostly just because I played so bad that round one. And then unfortunately with game two here, he doesn't make too crazy of a board. Around this part of the game, it was like, I think like 10 whole minutes left, because when my turn started, he actually spooky dogwooded me. And funny enough, a lot of people are starting to play spooky dogwood now, which is crazy. But I was like, I wasn't concerned about it because I was like, I had to get advantage on the field, just because like I can't just like pass my turn, because I'm playing heroes. I can do a lot of damage, so I don't care. He actually ends up negating my Spirit Neos here, which actually kind of sucked. And then of course I couldn't use his effect to shuffle him back, so he's just kind of there. We go ahead and use our Ferris, and then I got Spooky Dogwood on the effect of trying to summon Ferris, but I was like, I have to go in, like I can't just like do this. But what's funny enough is like, let's see, I don't think I didn't have access to a Destiny hero, I don't believe, so I could have made like DPE or something, but sometimes I really enjoy this because like I like rewatching my plays. I'm like, I could have went for like, I can't remember everything in my hand, but like maybe if I went for like Trinity and just do massive damage, but just the Beastials, just being able to summon themselves, like everything is just ridiculous. But I just pretty much just end up losing this just because of, eventually I actually got control over the game. But pretty much the Spooky Dogwood kind of snuck up on me eventually, because I was starting to control the board with Plasma. I actually drolled him here. It hurt just a little bit because, you know, it got to like the grind game just by a little bit. So I was like, okay. But then when I saw Draco Stapelia, I'm like, oh, that sucks. So I already knew my Sunrise was going to be gone. Pop the Sunrise, and then he gets rid of the... And then he's going to proceed to battle. He kills my Spirit Neos, gets rid of my Vion. Pretty much have nothing. I have Miracle Fusion, it got negated. Which sucks is I should have used Pot of Prosperity first. But little did I know time was creeping up on me. We Stratos for our search. I was hoping he would negate it, but there was really not much I could do at this moment. But we Phoenix, we use our Malicious, and then we Link. I actually use DP's effect, and he chains to negate, and then I just link him off with Cross to bring Phoenix back. We make enough bodies to make Plasma, so I felt like I would have controlled the game, but I wasn't able to do enough damage. My health was like 4 or something, while his was still like 6. I just wasn't able to do enough when time was called, so it was very unfortunate because, like, as you can see, like, he had like literally nothing, so it sucked. No cards in hand, just the field spell, but I just couldn't do enough damage. But anyway, on to round 2 against tier elements again, except I have a little bit more luck this time, and I win the dice roll, which is really good for heroes, especially against tiers. We can just set up a Dark Law, and we actually normal summon Vion here to send Mist to search for Liquid. Then we banish to add Poly, make our Sun, draw 2. He shovels back my Sunrise, but that's fine with me. At least I still get my Miracle Fusion and my draw 2, discard 1. We Fusion Destiny for 3. I'm gonna look at his top 5. Mostly it's just like if it's against tiers, like I just want to see what they could possibly mill if they're not gonna search, or if one of their cards they're immediately gonna do is mill, then it's just like, okay, I know what they're gonna lose and I know what effects are gonna happen. But you know, we searched for our Plasma with the Cross, and then we make our Plasma to take that. I knew the board wasn't going to be the craziest, so the Plasma wasn't going to do too much. I already knew that, but if the first thing he was going to do was like a normal summon, you know, its effects would be negated, but I already knew we had to make Dark Law. So we got rid of the Plasma for Dark Law, and Dark Law pretty much just wins it for me. We rip a card out of his hand, he normals that, and the Dark Law pretty much just I got Dark Law beats Tears, man. It's such a good card. If they don't have like the Super Poly or like a bigger monster to run it over or some kind of way to destroy it, it controls the game so hard. But of course we Liquid Soldier for, we make our Ab 0, draw 2, discard 1. We use Ferris just to get Shadow Mist out of our hand to search, and then he pretty much just concedes. Because I will have enough to swing for game with this on board. And yeah, that's it for game 1. So on to game 2. My opponent gets to go first, of course. We're not playing any hand traps, not even like impermanence, so he pretty much just gets the pop off. I think the only thing I sided, I think I did side Drolls and like back row removal most likely. Just because I didn't feel like dealing with like the trap cards. Let's see. Sometimes I just can't remember everything that they're... I can't remember like the chains and stuff they do because it's just like so much sometimes. So most of the time when I see a tier player, I just like... when I'm doing these Yu-Gi-Oh! Day episodes, I just end up just watching them because I'm like, okay, I don't remember everything they're doing, but... Oh yeah, that's right. We started with Feather Duster. He just negates it, shuffles it back into the deck, and then we had a Lightning Storm as well for the monsters. But of course the dude comes back. But we go into our Vision Hero plays. He said he was gonna do something before I used Ferris, so he lets me use Ferris. I use Increase. He attempts to negate Increase, but then he negates the increase on its summon to try to get Vion, and I used Droplet to send the increase away, negating it, and then Vion was still able to come out. So we unshuffle here for our Spirit Neos. I believe it's for Spirit Neos, yeah. Oh, I actually got regular Neos out, I think, because I think Spirit Neos was like, I don't remember what my grade was like. This was only yesterday, and I already forgot everything. Oh yes, see, Spirit Neos was engraved, I saw him. So we just end-shuffled for our regular Neos. Let's see, what else here? But which my board ended up getting broke during my turn, so Sunrise got popped because of the field spell. And then I'm literally just sitting here with Neos, so I swung over for 500. That was pretty much all I had, but funny enough, when my turn starts again, the end shuffle comes in clutch. So he just goes into battle phase, kills my guy. He passes. I use end shuffle to shuffle back Neos to draw a card. And funny enough, we top deck Hero Lives. Go into Shadow Mist to get our match change, because I know when I break this board, I needed to control the game with Dark Law. Get Polymerization. Go ahead for Cross, use a Cross to search. Liquid Soldier, since he shuffled it back into our deck, so we get to use Liquid Soldier again. Make Ab 0, draw 2, discard, which was Droll and Lockbird. Let's see, use Malicious for Malicious. We mass change Malicious into Dark Law. We use Increase to get rid of Absolute Zero, just so we could wipe the board because his monster was too big. And we swing for 33. He gets rid of my Increase just because pretty much the Dark Law just is controlling the game here again. So, and then for our turn, we draw Fusion Destiny, sending Neos and our Denier, and that pretty much just wins the game for me. So on to round 3 against branded. Branded Bestials. So I actually played very well this game 1, and this is why I try to tell everybody to play Dominance. So I'm going to my place here. I make my Wonder Driver because once you play Fusion Destiny, you get locked in, and as you can see here, we use Malicious to get our Polymerization back on the field. We use Fusion Destiny for 3, sending Plasma, Denier, and Dark Angel. You look at the top 5. I believe I put Branded Fusion on top of the deck just because I knew, I was like, okay, we just need to go for this Dark Angel here. We fuse Sunrise with Malicious to make DPE. We use Denier's effect to actually put Dark Angel on top. I know it's going too fast for you to see, but when I summoned Denier, I actually put Dark Angel back on top of my deck instead of Malicious, and then we made Cross to search for the Dark Angel. Gave him the Dark Angel, and as you can see, he proceeds to switch it to attack position, and then I should have just popped one of my extra fusion destinies I had on my Link monster, because I overdid popping dominance, because I ended up just not getting his effect. So I just blew up too many of my cards for no reason. But pretty much when my turn takes over, we draw 2, discard 1, we get a Stratos, we blow the back row up, and he concedes. So that was really smooth for me. But this game 2, I actually pretty much, my hand was just not the greatest. I can't quite remember everything, but my hand was like just pretty bad. And then I proceeded to try to draw on Lockbird, but I forgot it was still standby phase. So now he just pretty much just worked around. So that was already, here was a misplay for me. So now he just knows to play around the droll, which sucks. Because that droll would have really hurt if he just did the regular plays. But I pretty much just screwed that up. And then my hand was already bad. I really just needed the Prod of Prosperity to get me something. Thankfully enough, not a lot of people are playing hand traps right now. So more than likely enough, your like search cards are gonna go off. And badly enough, I had to get that Shadow Mist. There was not very much good cards there. So we normal, which we're going to battle phase just to get rid of the Aluber. He chains to try to banish it. But I had to lose the Dark Law just so I can get my search, and that was just pretty much it. There was really nothing I can do. And then when I use increase, it just gets popped, so I messed up pretty bad there. So on to game 3. This is pretty much where I could have won it, and I messed it up. We had to do Shadow Mist normal summon once again for Dark Law. We do our Vision Hero plays. As you can see, we cross, search for our liquid. Gonna fuse them off actually for absolute 0, just because I already have Miracle Fusion in my hand, so there's really no reason to make Sunrise. And then I forgot what my set was, but I think it was another mass change. I don't think it was mass change. I forgot what it was, but that was pretty much all I could do, and just pass. I think it was Droplet actually. I can't quite remember what it was. So the Dark Law helps just a little bit. Everybody knows just to banish my increase. It was summon limit, that's what it was. So I did it on his first summon. He kills the Dark Law. The only reason why Dark Law was not an attack, because I just overheard my opponent playing Lightning Storm, so I was like, yeah, let's just avoid putting things into attack. As you can see, we make our Wonder Driver instant contact for Flame Wingman, so we can reset our Miracle Fusion. Play Miracle Fusion for Sunrise just to get our boost. This is where I misplayed real bad. With my draw 2, I actually decided to discard my mass change, and that was a huge mistake, because if I would have kept my mass change, I would have won the game right here because of how big Dread Decimator and Sunrise were. I only had to hit him for 600 more, and that mass change would have just won the game for me. But I didn't think I was gonna kill him, and the anti-spell is what I kept, and that was a really, really big mistake. So I lost because of that. So I should have just looked at my extra deck. Round 4 is against Labyrinth, that's why you saw David Boy there, but I'll finish with what I was saying with that. I should have looked at my extra deck before discarding a card so quickly, because if I would have saw I had a Dark Law there and Dread Decimator, I probably would have like, yeah, let's keep this mass change. We can probably kill for game. So, but I was just a misplay and learning on my part. Plus, I haven't really played in like 2 weeks. So we had the Thanksgiving weekend, and then I had to play the Dark World structure deck. So I didn't really get to play my deck for almost more than 2 weeks. So give me a break, you guys. So I used and test this deck a lot, but I mean, shoot, it's one of those things where you get rusty if you don't play for a while. But against Labyrinth, it's pretty much like like with any Floodgate deck, if it's not a bunch of back row, like, it's not too difficult to get through. And plus, I used Stratos' effect to pop more spells and traps this game than I did searching. But then at the same time, it's risky because, you know, your resources get low if you only use that effect. But we were doing pretty fine. We go into our Sunrise here. But that was pretty much all I was able to sit on. I just wanted to get rid of that back row because I knew just the spells and traps are just, well, the traps are the main priority here, and getting rid of that field spell really helped too. I'm sure Labyrinth will get like more cards in the future that will be probably hella toxic, but for heroes, if our hand is right, the floodgate decks are not too crazy for us. So I believe he's gonna link these two off for the Mudcrack. I forgot what the reporter. What I was just gonna call her reporter. I actually droplet the reporter's effect. I send my Miracle Fusion, I believe, because I didn't have Liquid Soldier engraved, so I was like, if I really need my Miracle Fusion, I'll just reset it with Wonder Driver. Sunrise got killed, so that's why Increase was in the Spell and Trap zone. We actually had normal summon Vion, but I just figured to put Increase in my Spell and Trap zone anyway, just so like if I had to dodge a triggering effect, I could. We got our Spirit Neos, of course. When we shuffle back, we got our Instant Contact here. Make Flame Wingman. We link two of our guys off for Wonder. Use Increase to summon to set Miracle Fusion, and we summon Shining Neos, everybody, to pop the 2, and we would pretty much swing for game at that point. But game 2, my opponent gets to go first. It's literally just a set 2 pass. We top deck Hero Lives, use Stratos, search for Stratos. But my hand was just the complete gas. We had the Vision Hero package with Shadow Mist or Malicious Descend. Like, it was just absolutely ridiculous. Compulses the Ferris, which, didn't really do anything. We proceeded normal Stratos to pop the other card. It was a Compulse, which he should have compulsed the other Stratos, because he compulsed the one that was activating, so he would still be able to destroy spells and traps. But either way, I would have just chained Increase, so I would have still been able to destroy spells and traps. But because he's using an effect during the chain to set it. But anyway, guys, I pretty much win this one. So that's gonna be it for this Yu-Gi-Oh! Day episode. If you guys like it, hit that thumbs up button, and I will see you guys in the next one.